Hello, everyone. Nice to have you here today. So, just making sure that you're getting comfortable in a seated position. Perhaps you're on the couch or you're at your desk, or you could be sitting up in bed. But just make sure that you've got all of your devices turned off and not on vibrate either. Um, the best way to do this is with headphones or earbuds. So, do grab those if you can. And if you really prefer to lie down instead of sitting, that's absolutely fine as well. So I'll just begin by acknowledging and paying respects to the Gadigal of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of the land of which I come to you from today, and the traditional custodians and elders of the land of which you're on today. Just paying respects to the elders, both past and present, and honouring the continuation of the cultural, spiritual, and educational practices of those peoples. So thanks for being here today. This is a really easy style of meditation. So it is really great for anyone who's never tried meditation before, but it is also just as effective for complete seasoned meditators as well. My name's Tanya Phillips and I'm a effortless meditation teacher. And so that's a style that's been derived from the transcendental meditation style. So you might have heard of that one before, might be familiar with it, but yeah, absolutely fine if you have not done anything before. So today I'll run through a little bit about effortless meditation and how to do it, and we'll do a nice little 20-minute guided session. So meditation's a process that we can go through that works to really de-excite our nervous system, and it calms our body and then calms the mind in turn, and it allows us to just really operate from a place of calm instead of reaction, which, as you can imagine, is very helpful in day-to-day life. So the benefits are really touching on 3 different areas of well-being, and that's the physical, mental, and emotional sides. So it's got a little bit of a domino effect on these areas, starting with your body. So it's really lowering your blood pressure and activating the parasympathetic nervous system. And it's also creating this unique mix of brain waves that only occur when you're not completely awake and you're not asleep either. But it's just this beautiful mixture of what happens in both. And so these physical effects can create these mental and emotional effects that you can see on the screen there. We don't have enough time to go through all of this because there is a lot to unpack, but yeah, just let me know if you've got any questions and I'm happy to speak to you afterwards. So how much should we meditate? Essentially, you really want to be trying for 20 minutes twice a day, morning and afternoon or into evening. But as we say, any meditation is better than no meditation. So just whatever you can manage is great, and don't let this, put you off at all. Just do what you can. So how do we meditate effortlessly? So there's 2 simple steps really, and that's all you need to remember. And the first is there's just no trying with this effortless style. There's so many different types of meditation styles, but today let's just forget anything that you've learnt before, and just the key is just to not try and do anything. Just keep it as natural and relaxed as you can. And then the second rule is to just remember to listen to my guidance. So that's probably the thing you're gonna need to remember the most out of all of this. And so I'll show you this little cycle that will help it hopefully sink in a little bit more. So the big difference between this style of meditation with the effortless process is that it actually accommodates for our thoughts, and they're seen as a natural part of the process. This meditation that we're going to do today is a guided meditation, and so it just means that all you need to do is to be listening to my voice the whole time and following my guidance essentially. So with the little diagram here, you can see it's just all about resting your awareness on my guidance. And throughout the meditation, I might call this the anchor. And that's just because, it sort of anchors the meditation. You can always come back to it. But then when you start thinking of other things, and, you will start thinking of random things, no doubt, you're just roaming away in thought. All you need to do at that point, when you realize, you'll just naturally realize that you're not listening to me anymore, just simply return to resting your awareness on the guidance and following the guidance. So you'll go around this cycle many, many times, no doubt, and that is completely okay. And that's probably the difference between what people think meditation is and what it actually can be. Thoughts are absolutely fine, they're a natural part, and they're going to occur. So all you need to do is just remember to return to resting your awareness on the guidance, and that's all you need to do. So let's get you set up. So hopefully you've got your headphones on now and you're in a private space where you won't be interrupted. Maybe lock the door if you really have to. But yeah, it's just really important to not have your laptop or your phone on you and touching your body at all. Just have it next to you, like sitting on whatever surface you've got next to you. You just don't want it on you so that you can relax completely, and if you move, it's not going to move and kind of unsettle you. But yeah, just getting comfortable in a seated position with your back supported, and I really do like having a pillow in the lower part of my spine, and that I find that's the most comfortable. But yeah, you can also lie down if you have issues with sitting, but we're going to be here for about 20 minutes, so just that's really the most important thing, just trying to avoid any pins and needles and all those sorts of things. So to do that, you really just want to have your feet flat on the floor if you're sitting, or out straight on a flat surface, as you can see in the picture there. And then with your hands, like I like to have one on top of the other, just on my lap. But if you're lying down, you can just have them on your sides. And then ideally, you really just want to be breathing in and out your nose naturally. So just make sure you do what you can to try and achieve that. Okay, so we're all set up. So just closing your eyes when you're ready and just breathing naturally at your own pace. Just getting comfortable and making sure that your neck is free, not resting on anything. And that's just so you'll know if you've fallen asleep. But that's totally okay if that's what your body needs. And just placing your hands comfortably on your lap or by your sides. And tuning into the natural rhythm of your breath at your own pace. Just nice and smoothly, softly and effortlessly. Just witnessing your breath, not trying to change it in any way, not trying to do anything. Just arriving here in this moment. You've nowhere to be, nothing else to do. This time is just for you. So now I invite you to begin a round of box breathing. This is where we're nice and slowly breathing in for 3 seconds, holding for 3 seconds, breathing out for 3 seconds, and holding for 3 seconds, just like a box. So in your own time, inhaling for 3 seconds, holding for 3 seconds, exhaling for 3 seconds, holding for 3 seconds. And just keeping a nice and gentle belly rising breath as we continue the box breathing. So whatever feels comfortable for you, you may want to do 4 or 5 seconds if you do this regularly. Just continuing your box breathing in a soft and gentle, calm and easy kind of way. And this is increasing the oxygen in your blood, lowering your blood pressure, and activating your parasympathetic nervous system, calming your body. And when you notice your mind has wandered, just noticing and returning your awareness to your box breathing ever so gently. And just resting your awareness very gently on the anchor, which is your breath right now. And when you realize you've drifted away in thought, just softly and gently returning to your box breathing. And as you continue your box breathing, just reminding you that the aim of the meditation is not to think of nothing. We're not trying to have a still mind or stop our thoughts from happening completely. Your thoughts are a completely fine and necessary part of the effortless meditation process. So when you find you've drifted away, just very gently and softly, with no judgment, just returning to your box breathing. Breathing in for 3 seconds, holding for 3 seconds, breathing out for 3 seconds, holding for 3 seconds. And just returning your breath to its natural rhythm, I invite you now to tune in to each of your senses one by one, beginning with your sense of hearing, the gentle sounds of the handpan lightly dancing in your ears, and the underlying calm breeze floating about and washing over you. And just noticing, have you been listening to the sounds or listening to a commentary you've been making on them instead? Just noticing and returning to the sounds as they are. Tuning in to the soft sound of your breath, flowing into your nose and out again. Just breathing naturally, softly and smoothly, hearing the sounds within your body. And then turning your awareness to the smells that you're picking up. Perhaps you can smell fresh air, or perhaps there's some smells from your breakfast or your lunch in the room, or your freshly washed clothes. And when you happen to notice your mind has wandered, just softly bringing your awareness back to the sound of my voice. And when you happen to notice your mind has wandered, just softly bringing your awareness back to the sound of my voice. And then becoming aware of what you can see behind your eyelids. Noticing any colors or shapes or patterns you might see. When you notice your mind has wandered, just gently returning back to the patterns that you can see behind your eyelids. Now to your sense of taste. And what do you taste right in this moment? It might be toothpaste, it might be tea, it might be nothing much at all. Whatever it is, just observing it without labeling it as good or bad. It's just a sensation. And then moving on to touch. What can you feel on your body? The surface of your chair, the pillows, clothing fibers against your skin. And what's your body temperature? Are you cool or are you warm? Maybe a bit of both. Is there a breeze wafting in? Now just opening your awareness back to some of the sounds reaching your ears right now. It might be the soft vibrations of the handpan or the light wind in the background. Just resting your awareness on the sounds and using this as your anchor for the rest of the meditation in a really easy, effortless kind of way. And when you realize you've drifted away in thought, just returning to the sounds that you're hearing, not concentrating on the sounds, just gently listening as they enter your ears. When you realize you've roamed away in thought, gently returning to the music and returning to the sound. And there's nowhere you're trying to get to. There's no state you're trying to achieve. Just allowing your mind and your body to do what it will do. And just returning to the sounds of the music when you realize you've drifted. And if you find that your body is just a little bit uncomfortable, it's totally fine to just softly readjust so the discomfort fades away. But just remembering when your awareness is no longer on the music, that's a natural part of the meditation. Just gently giving preference back to the music. When you realize you've drifted away in thought, just gently coming back to the sounds entering your ears and tuning in to the music, appreciating it for what it is. The aim of the meditation is not to think of nothing. We're not trying to stop our thoughts from happening completely. They're a natural and expected part of the effortless meditation process. Just gently returning to the anchor, and returning to the sounds with no judgment. You're exactly as you're meant to be. Whatever's happening for you right here, right now, in this moment that you're taking for yourself is completely okay, and it's completely as it's meant to be, simply because it is. And you're welcome to slowly let go of the music as your anchor. And just stay here for a little while longer, allowing yourself to soak up all of the good vibes that we've been creating today. Staying exactly as you are, or if you wish, you can sit back and let your head rest for the last few moments. There's nothing else to do here now than rest. I'll let you know when it's time. Now the time has come to slowly reawaken your body and your mind. So keeping your eyes closed, when you're ready, just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bending and stretching your back and your hands, feeling your muscles reawakening one by one as you begin to stretch your whole body. Stretching your legs and pointing your toes, reawakening your body, and just taking a moment to thank yourself for taking this time as you stretch your neck and reawaken your face. And just keeping your eyes closed. You've just done one of the best things that you can do for yourself and for everyone you meet. You can take these good vibes with you today to everyone that you meet. Now, with as much sound as you wish, just taking a deep breath in and letting it all go. And just taking as much time as you like, slowly bringing your awareness back into the room and opening your eyes. And how are you feeling? I hope you enjoyed the session, and do just get in touch if you have any questions. But just go really slowly coming out of this now. Take your time and just enjoy the relaxation for a while, and have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks, everyone.